Hello tankers and tankettes. Today I'm going to look at one I've not actually covered before, which is the IS-6. And it's not a bad premium as premiums go, but it's definitely one of the more frustrating ones I've played. And it's gotten better with patch 8.6 because most of the frustrations stem from the gun. And it's basically the same gun you get on the KV-1S. 175 pen at tier 8 is not great, and it's got that horrible accuracy as well. So yeah, I bought this because it was a Soviet heavy premium, and basically for a long time I only played it to get the daily double. I didn't play it at all for grinding money or having fun even, because I just didn't find it fun. And I've come to appreciate it more since then, but it's still occasionally very, very frustrating to play. I should mention as well that this match came after a string of about 5 defeats trying to get the daily double on this. That was more the fact that it was weekend teams though. This was a pretty recent replay actually. It was I can't remember what the specials were, but there were a couple of them. So anyway, we're on Himmelsdorf, it's encounter, and there's that Russian accuracy. Just flew straight past his turret. So yeah, I really needed this to be a win. I was having one of those I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore moments by the time I reach this. You know, the point where you're thinking, right, I'm going to try it one more time and then I'm just going to put the game away for a while because I'm getting slightly irritated. Yeah, I'm sure you know that feeling. So I'm trying to side scrape a bit here, but there's an IS-3 up my ass who just managed to damage my gun. And that wasn't really his fault, that was just bad luck. My gun barrel happened to be sticking out at the moment he fired, but still he was a bit close behind me. Yeah, I'm a bit hesitant to pop round, but there's a lure there, so he's not taking cover at all. I can take advantage of him being in the open and just plug away at his lower front plate. And yeah, I've had one shot in already, and unfortunately that misses, just goes low on the lure. That would work better in a textual format, that pun. Not that it even really barely qualifies as a pun. Anyway, to get back to the matter at hand. Yeah, I'm not really wanting to push round. I'm at half health already, so I'm going to go around the other side and see if I can't come up round behind them. And I'm kind of trusting that the tanks that are here will be able to hold these guys, because the IS-3 is still full health at this point. And there's an IS and a T-69 behind him, so it's easy for me to use my armour around here, because if I push around the other side I'm exposing my side armour. Front axle, bam, might just get tracked and killed, so around here I can actually use my frontal armour. VK is a nice soft target. I feel a little bit mean for picking on him, but I do actually switch to some of my own size, so that T-32 in the cupola. And when you actually stop to aim, this gun is way better. It's those times when you're having to make snapshots that it just can be so frustrating. And there, it was just a matter of he pulled back just the wrong moment. You know, I have to admire the cheek of that ELC. I really do. It's this is, you know, it's actually not a bad map for an ELC, but he was in completely the wrong place. But even so, you've got to admire his cheek. Anyway. That poor VK is desperately trying to get through my frontal armour with 132 pen. It's not happening, buddy. It's just not. And now you're dead anyway. And there's that T-25 sniping me from behind. And I think there's actually an artillery shot that's going to land close by, or possibly has landed close by already. Yeah, so that T-69 is running all the way away. So it's me, a Tiger, and a badly damaged IS-3. And I'm not too worried about the Tiger because, yes, he can hurt me. If I sit still and let him aim at a weak spot. But if I get in his face and keep moving, basically, and make it harder for him. There we go. And yeah, I was pretty confident he was going to bounce. Now the IS-3 is going to be a bit more tricky. I might have to take some damage in order to finish off this guy. I know he's a one-shot kill. Then he's kind of hull down, so I have to get up close. We both bounce off each other's armour. And I've got an APCR now because I really want this one to count. And I'm going for his lower front plate, and there we go. And back to the regular. So I've actually fired a fair number of shots already. I've fired most of my regular AP ammo. I've done 3.7k damage, that's not bad in this tank. If you can get 2k plus damage in, well, this tier 8, or I suppose any of the tier 8 premiums really, you can look forward to a healthy profit from that. So 3k plus damage is even nicer. But yeah, this thing doesn't have the highest ammo count, and as you can see, I'm actually, with those 6 and I've got 3 APCR, I'm sort of down to 9. Now, I was probably changing back to APCR because I was expecting to have to deal with a Type 59. Which I do, but it turns out to be a wasted APCR shell. Now, the Tiger 2 over there is actually sufficient health that, yes, he's 3 on 1, but all he needs to do is take the Type, and the other 2 are pretty easy. But, I mean, I say that, you know, from half the map away. He just needs to take the Type. It depends how well driven the Type is. You know, someone in a Type 59 that really knows what they're doing and is in a, you know, on the right circumstances and in the right map, if they're playing it right, they can take a lone heavy one-on-one. But as it is, this guy's just nicely backing into my shot, and bam! And actually had APCR, AP loaded for that, so it wasn't a wasted shell after all. And bam, take a hit from that Hummel, but yeah, he knows he's toast. So it's just the E25 left now, and he's not really a problem frontally for me. I did actually have a match earlier in the day, on this particular day, where I'd been stuck in a situation with one of these shooting me at range, and the vast majority of the shots bounced, but enough of them did damage that it was just that in combination with a not very good team. The rate of fire was pretty effective, especially when he was firing at my rear armour. So there we go, we've ended up with 45k damage. 45k, wow, that would be impressive. 4,500 damage and 7 kills, and because it was a weekend, various weekend events going on, I actually got double XP on top of my daily first win bonus. So this was a pretty nice match all in all, both in terms of XP and in terms of profit. And it you know, one of those times when it's sigh of relief after having such a bad run of luck. But you got to expect that with weekend specials to some extent. It's always a risk. The goodies are there in terms of rewards and stuff, but there's just so many more people playing that the the quality does get noticeably worse. The weekend player phenomenon is definitely a real thing, as anyone that's played the game for more than 15 minutes can testify to. So yeah, if you liked this replay, you can hit the like button, or you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.